Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful recap is finally in for Tuesday, November 4th, 2025. In today's episode, Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye, and Brooke Logan Forrester, Catherine Kelly Lang, are baffled by Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig. Meanwhile, Remy Price, Christian Weissman, tries to explain as Deke Sharp, Harrison Cohn, runs out. At Forrester Creations, Ridge wants to know what's on his wife's mind. It's Deacon Sharp, Sean Kanan, and Taylor. Why would Taylor push Deacon to reunite with Sheila Carter Sharp, Kimberlyn Brown? They don't understand it, and Ridge wants to talk about something else. They are happy to be together again. At the showroom, Remy insists he's not who he used to be. He doesn't want to lose his amazing life with Deke. Remy admits his actions were horrible, but he was scared of losing Elektra. He wants her forgiveness, but Elektra won't ever give that to him. Remy ruined her old life and her new one too. She won't be anyone's victim ever again. Elektra tells Deke that he's a good guy, but Remy is not. The designer flees and Remy chases after him. Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, is proud of how resilient Elektra is. Katie Logan, Heather Tom, hope that Remy doesn't manipulate Deke again. Elektra hates Remy, but feels for Deke. Will and Elektra aren't going to let anything or anyone come between their love. In another office at Forrester Creations, Remy catches up with Deke. The young man tries to explain that he's a different man now. Deke says his actions were deranged. How could he do something so awful to Elektra? Remy doesn't want him giving up. He agrees to tell him everything he wants to know. Sheila and Deacon are at their place. He's looking forward to the future. They discuss Deke's mysterious new boyfriend. The topic changes to Taylor. Sheila went to thank her for helping get her marriage back. Sheila thinks Taylor is just incredible. Deacon does too, but doesn't say it. Deacon just says that reuniting with Sheila was the right thing to do. Sheila says she'll be by Deacon's side at the wedding. What better way to solidify their position as a couple? At Brooke's house, Bill Spencer, Don Demont, is getting a bouquet lesson from Beth Spencer, Jordan Grace. Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, and Hope Logan, Annika Noel, explain Beth is officiating the wedding. Hope arrives and says things were crazy at work. Beth talks about wedding plans and suggests onion rings for the food. Beth admits there is one person she doesn't want at the wedding: Sheila. The morning at Forrester Creations began with an unusual quiet, a deceptive calm that everyone knew could shatter at any moment. The Forrester family was far from ordinary this morning. Ridge, Brooke, and Taylor were each preoccupied, but for vastly different reasons, and their paths were about to collide in ways no one could predict. It all started with Ridge Forrester, standing in the heart of the design studio, staring at a swatch of fabric as if it held the answer to the universe. His brow furrowed, lips pursed, and the normally confident Forrester patriarch looked lost. Brooke, noticing his unusual demeanor, approached him cautiously. "Ridge, what's wrong? You look baffled," she said, her voice a blend of curiosity and concern. Ridge let out a heavy sigh. "It's this new line, Brooke. The concept, I just can't get it right. Every idea I have seems to fall flat. It's like the designs aren't speaking to me. They're speaking to someone else." Brooke tilted her head, studying him. She knew Ridge was never one to admit confusion easily. "Maybe you're overthinking it," she suggested softly. "Sometimes the answers come when you stop trying so hard." Ridge shook his head, running a hand through his hair. "This isn't just overthinking, Brooke. It's something bigger. Something about the way Bridge is evolving. The market, the clients, the designers, they're all moving in directions I don't recognize anymore." Indeed, the tension in Forrester Creations had been building. The new fashion line, Bridge, was ambitious, meant to connect old Forrester prestige with the modern, edgy market. Yet Ridge's unease reflected a larger problem. The creative team felt split. Taylor had her own vision, often clashing with Ridge's traditional approach, and Steffi had her own stake in innovation. Even minor disagreements were starting to ripple into larger conflicts, leaving Ridge feeling like he was standing on shifting sand. "Maybe we need a fresh perspective," Brooke said, her tone gentle but firm. Someone who can see this from the outside. You've been inside this for too long, Ridge. Sometimes the closer you are, the less you see. Her words lingered in the air, and Ridge realized she might be right. But before he could respond, the door to the studio opened, and in walked none other than Deke, the young and earnest designer who had recently found himself entangled in a web of family drama and professional uncertainty. Deke's presence was a surprise, and Ridge's expression shifted from confusion to guarded curiosity. "Deke," Ridge said slowly, "what brings you here?" Deke hesitated, shuffling his feet. I wanted to talk to you about bridge," he admitted, avoiding Ridge's direct gaze. There's something you should know before things go any further." Brooke exchanged a glance with Ridge, sensing the gravity of Deke's words. Whatever he had to say, it was clearly important. Meanwhile, the tension was mirrored elsewhere. Remy, always a master at navigating sticky situations, had been summoned by Hope to the design loft. Hope's recent anxieties about the upcoming fashion show and her complicated relationship with Liam had reached a peak, and she needed answers, especially about Remy's recent behavior. Remy entered, his demeanor unusually serious. Hope noticed immediately. "Remy, what's going on?" she asked, sensing the storm about to break. Remy took a deep breath, as if weighing the exact words. "Hope, it's about Luna, about everything that's happened these past few weeks. I know you've been hearing rumors, but I want you to hear the truth from me. I won't stand by while misunderstandings cause more pain." Hope's eyes narrowed. "The truth? Remy, what are you talking about?" Remy stepped closer, lowering his voice. "Luna isn't the enemy here. I know it seems like she's causing chaos, but there's more to her story than anyone realizes. And if we don't act carefully, someone could get hurt, emotionally, professionally, maybe even worse." Hope felt a chill. She had trusted Remy, but his words were cryptic. "Remy, are you saying she's dangerous?" He shook his head quickly. "Not dangerous, Hope. Misunderstood. And I need you to understand her side before making any judgments. There are forces at play here that you can't see yet, and I'm trying to protect you. All of you." The weight of his explanation settled between them. Hope's heart raced, not from fear, but from the realization that there were layers of intrigue she had not yet peeled back. Back at the studio, Deke was finally ready to reveal what had been troubling him. Ridge, now more curious than skeptical, gestured for him to continue. "It's complicated," Deke began, "but it's about bridge, about the design team, and about me." Ridge raised an eyebrow. "Go on." Deke swallowed hard, clearly nervous. "I've been offered an opportunity outside of Forrester Creations. It's a chance to really make a mark on my own, but it means stepping away from the team now, at a crucial moment. I don't want to abandon Bridge, but I also can't ignore this chance." Ridge leaned back, absorbing the information. It was a lot to process. Deke's dilemma reflected the tension at the heart of the company. Ambition versus loyalty, innovation versus tradition. Ridge understood all too well the cost of decisions like this, both personally and professionally. "Deke, you're talented," Ridge said finally, his voice measured. "But Bridge, it's not just a project. It's a test of everything we stand for. If you leave now, it could destabilize the team. But if you stay, you might be sacrificing your own growth." Deke nodded, the conflict clear in his eyes. "I know, Mr. Forrester, and that's why I came to you. I need your guidance, and maybe a little courage to make the right choice." Ridge looked at him for a long moment, weighing the potential fallout. "Sometimes the right choice isn't the easy one, Deke. You need to decide where your heart is, and then commit to it fully. But remember, every action has consequences. Bridge is at a critical juncture, and whatever you decide will ripple through the entire company." The weight of Ridge's words was not lost on Deke. He realized that this decision was bigger than his own ambitions. It would affect friends, family, and the future of Forrester Creations. Meanwhile, Taylor had her own plans. She had been observing the growing tension with a mixture of curiosity and caution. Taylor's involvement in the bridge project was strategic. She knew that by subtly guiding certain decisions, she could shape the outcome in ways that would secure both professional success and personal influence. Taylor met with Steffi in a quiet corner of the loft, away from the chaos. "Steffi, have you noticed how Ridge is distracted?" Taylor asked, her tone almost conspiratorial. Steffi nodded. "Yeah, he seems lost. And if he's lost, the team is vulnerable. Why?" Taylor leaned in closer, lowering her voice. "Because this is the perfect moment to steer the project in a direction that benefits us. Bridge is more than just fashion. It's about power, influence, legacy. And we need to make sure it doesn't slip away from the Forrester name." Steffi's eyes widened, a mix of admiration and concern. She knew Taylor's methods could be ruthless, but she also knew the woman's instincts were rarely wrong. As the day progressed, the emotional currents within the Forrester family and design team intensified. Brooke, observing Ridge's growing frustration, felt the familiar pull of concern and love. She knew that Ridge's passion could either make Bridge soar or shatter under pressure. Meanwhile, Hope and Remy had a quiet moment to reflect. Hope realized that trust, especially in the world of Forrester creations, was both a shield and a weapon. Remy's intentions, noble as they were, added another layer of complexity to her already tangled emotions regarding Liam, Luna, and the ongoing family drama. Deke, caught between ambition and loyalty, wandered the studio, weighing the potential fallout of any decision. Every glance from Ridge, every subtle gesture from Steffi or Taylor seemed to carry weight, reminding him that his personal choice would have far-reaching consequences. The day culminated in a tense meeting with the entire design team. Ridge called everyone together, his voice calm but authoritative. "We need clarity," Ridge began, his eyes scanning the room. "Bridge is more than just a collection of designs. It represents who we are as a company. I want honesty, I want focus, and I want commitment." Deke stepped forward, finally ready to speak. I've been offered an opportunity outside, but I haven't decided yet. I want to stay, I want to help, but I also need to consider my future." A murmur spread through the room. Steffi and Taylor exchanged subtle looks. Brooke's face reflected both worry and hope, and Ridge simply nodded, understanding the gravity of the moment. Remy, observing from the sidelines, caught Hope's eye. He offered a small, reassuring nod, a silent promise that he would continue to protect and guide the truth, whatever the consequences. As the episode drew to a close, the stage was set for multiple storylines to collide. Bridge's uncertain future, Deke's critical decision, Remy's protective mission, and the Forrester family's ongoing struggle to balance ambition, loyalty, and love. Every character was on the precipice of a choice that could alter their lives and the fate of Forrester Creations forever. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Bold and Beautiful Update YouTube channel for more update news.